Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Mano 777, and we're back inside of Destiny here with your weekly reset video for Tuesday, March 21st, 2017. We're going to be going over all the endgame content you can do this week in Destiny so you can plan out your week really well as talk about the Age of Triumph, which is going to be dropping next week at the weekly reset. Let's go ahead and talk about the things we've got this week. First of all, we have the weekly Nightfall Strike for this week. We've got Taniks, the Shadow Thief, which is going to be the strike this week. We have for the modifiers, Epic. We have Fresh Troops, where some enemy squads have been fortified with additional reinforcements. Match Game, where enemy shields are resistant to all unmatched elemental damage. Catapult, where grenade recharge rate is greatly increased. And Exposure, where grenade shields are increased but do not replenish. You're going to definitely want to make sure that you bring a different sword and sniper of each elemental damage type. That way you can make sure that if you've got any enemies that you need to take out, you at least have a couple of varied options on that. I might recommend bringing your Voidwalker because of Catapult with Nothing Manacles could actually be really nice, even though they pretty much nerfed Lifesteal. It still has the possibility of doing some really work with that, especially with Exposure. You do have the possibility of getting some nice grenade recharge rates as well as some good kills on that. So that is the Nightfall for this week. For the Siva Crisis Heroic, we have Arcburn, Chaff, and Catapult. That'll net you a Treasures of the Dawning package. That's really nice. I'd say bring your Stormcaller along with maybe your Striker Titan is going to actually be really nice, as well as your Zalos Supercell, and you can farm those all the livelong day as long as you want. So that's going to be pretty easy for you to farm some things this week in the Siva Crisis Heroic Strike. The Daily Heroic Story this week, using the stealth code, today, travel deep into the heart of the Hellmouth and slip away with a sliver of Crota's soul. That'll net you 15 legendary marks, as well as the competitive multiplayer is Kill Everything, Watch Your Back in the Rumble competitive multiplayer. We have Mayhem Clash again this week in the competitive multiplayer. That will net you a Radiant Treasure package for the competitive multiplayer. That's good because they have not talked about how they are going to fix the Sunbreaker Infinite Hammer glitch that is going on right now. In addition, we've also got Inferno Rumble. Kill Everything, Watch Your Back, no trackers, only kills earn points in Inferno Rumble. Of course, either one of those will net you one Radiant Treasure package this week. Let's talk about the Challenge of the Elders. This week we have the modifiers of Airborne, Super Kill Bonus, and Exposure. Again, Exposure makes it so any whenever you are giving out damage, you do not regenerate your shields very fast, but you do have increased damage to your shields. So that's actually pretty nice. Airborne, you do more damage when you are in the air. Pretty self-explanatory, and super kill bonus is pretty decent. Unfortunately, it's not very good to do this week. The modifiers don't really help you in any way, shape, or form. They don't really stack or work very well in a symbiosis kind of way. So I would maybe stay away from the Challenge of Elders this week. But if you want to get into it, the bosses are Kexus the Betrayed for round 1 with the add-ons of Fallen. Round 2, the Sedidious Mind with the add-ons of Vex. Round 3 is Norusk, Servant of Works with the add-ons of Cabal. You can always do the level 41 arena for a Sterling Treasure package for the Prison of Elders this week. So that is everything you need to know about the Challenge of the Elders. The raid this week, and this is the final week where there's only going to be one raid to talk about, which is exciting for me. Is the Wrath of the Machine raid. We are going to be featuring a Vosic challenge mode, which means that you need to close the doors on the damage phase of Vosic with the balls that drop at the very end of the damage phase. Okay, so that is what you've got this week for the Wrath of the Machine raid. Again, this will be the last time we only talk about one raid, which is pretty exciting. Okay, let's go ahead and go over to the Iron Temple this week and see what there is in store there for artifacts as well as bounties. Alright guys, we are at Tyra Karn here at the Iron Temple, and we have our 3 new Iron Lord artifacts. We've got the Memory of Tamir, where melee attacks on minor minions of the darkness have the chance to temporarily turn the target against its allies. It has a strength roll of 102, which is kind of a pass. It's an 80% roll. Next up, we have the Memory of Radagast. We've got gain the ability to reflect energy-based projectiles when guarding with a sword, increased sword ammo capacity. It's got an intellect roll of 73 and strength roll of 77, which is an 84% roll. Again, not very good. Finally, we've got the Memory of Gallium with an intellect of 104, which grants you a detailed radar. Radar persists when sighting with primary weapons, which is actually going to be a 70, excuse me, this is an 80% roll. So these are all really bad this week in terms of their ability to get you to tier 12. None of them are very strong. The best is the Memory of Radagast, but that is again an 84% roll. If I were you, I would hold on to your Iron Lord's Legacy so that if something else drops in the next week, then maybe you can pick that up instead. They are all really bad rolls on the artifacts. Nothing to write home about this week. Going over to Shiro 4 this week, we've got a couple of really good items for the Iron Lords. We have Kill Fallen Majors and Ultras. Get that before you go into the raid. Complete patrols in the Plague Lands. Complete Captain encounters in the Archon's Forge, and complete Servitor encounters in the Archon's Forge as well. Nothing here is tier 12 maxed, but the Scoria's Iron Bond for the Warlock is close. It is a 99% roll, as well as a 96% roll on the Hunter Cloak, which is really, really nice. All right, guys, we're here at the tower. We're going to take a look at what Lord Shaxx has in store for us. The bounty for this week is going to be exercise your skills in the Clash match type. Make sure you pick that up before you go into Mayhem Clash. This week for Commander Zavala and the Strike bounties that you can pick up from him, you can do the Earn Gold Tier Achieved, Silver Tier Achieved, or Bronze Tier Achieved medals. You'll need 9 of those. That'll net you a piece of Legendary Armor. We've got Earn a Gold Tier Achieved medal in the Nightfall before time expires. That has the chance to get you the Icebreaker, as well as the complete Siva Crisis Strikes without any member of your fire team dying to earn a Flawless medal for a piece of Legendary Armor. For that final strike bounty, I would recommend bringing a fire team so that you guys can control that instead of running with a group of randoms. In addition, people have also asked me if I could cover tier 12 100% rolled gear. Unfortunately, there is nothing this week in terms of gear that is 100%. There is some stuff that is close, but nothing that is 100%. So wait another week, save your marks and things like that, and I will cover all of those things in next week's video. In addition, the donations of different elemental and different material types. This week we've got Dead Orbit is going to be featuring the Worm Spore donation. Future War Cult, who's up there, the tower hangar, is going to feature Spirit Bloom, and if you go over next to the speaker, New Monarchy is going to be accepting spin metal donations. So guys, that's everything for this week. Next up is Age of Triumph, the next live stream that is going to be covering all of these sandbox updates, including some of the new refreshed weapons, raids, and things like that, is going to be happening tomorrow, Wednesday, March 22nd at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're going to be covering all the things in Destiny that's going to be happening, which Age of Triumph and the new weapons and revitalized raids and things like that. So I'm really excited for that. We got a lot of stuff that is coming up. So if you're new to the channel and you are just checking this stuff out now, hit that subscribe button for more Destiny content, including Age of Triumph. In addition, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're looking forward to with the Age of Triumph, and hit that like button if you found something in this video to be worthwhile. Check out my Twitch live streams. We bring people through the raids all the time, and with all the raids returning next week, it's going to be awesome for us to get everyone the new loot and new things like that, and so we're really excited to get you through that. So with that, guys, we're gonna end the video. I will see you next time in the universe of Destiny.